Hello and welcome to the YouTube pipe community, the YTPC. And today's video that I'm going to do for you now is just a quick one. It's kind of an interactive video. I've been reading Rick Newcomb's second book on pipe smoking, Still Searching for Pipe Dreams. The first being Searching for Pipe Dreams. And I would recommend both of these books to anyone with an interest in pipes. They're brilliantly written, very well written, very readable, really enjoyable, lots of knowledge in them. But it's an accessible writing style that Mr. Newcomb displays that make the book so entertaining, even if he does tend to go over the top on high-grade Danish pipes. But anyway, each to their own. Now, Mr. Newcomb has a chapter in his second book, Still Searching for Pipe Dreams, and that's what I got the idea from this video from, for this video from. Mr. Newcomb got the idea for his chapter from a writer, a committed pipe smoker, an American journalist who wrote a lot on the subject of pipe smoking, well over 100 years ago now, and that was Christopher Morley, and he wrote an essay entitled My Favorite Pipe of the Day. And Mr. Newcomb has a chapter where he asked a lot of pipe smokers that he knew, because Mr. Newcomb has always moved in the pipe smoking community and he knows a lot of people, and he asked them what is their favorite pipe of the day and why. And that's what I'm going to ask you guys today. So this video will only be of any use really if you all comment, and now a great many people are commenting on my videos and I'm really grateful about that. So I'm going to ask you all the question, what is your favorite pipe of the day? And maybe why? And then if enough of you comment, I'll compile all the comments and I'll do a follow-up video to this in which I'll read some of the comments. So I'll kick off with my favorite pipe of the day. Yeah, that seems a straightforward enough question, doesn't it? But it was really difficult and I had to think about it because I don't know what my favorite pipe of the day is, but I suppose that if I could narrow it down to one instance, then, this would be weather dependent, and I enjoyed a pipe today, sat in my back garden amongst the flowers, because it's a beautiful day, and that to me is my favorite pipe of the day. Right early in the morning, before the day has properly started, before most of the world are up. I always get up early. I leave for work fairly early, but I'm not one of those who can jump out of bed and go on to work. I need to get up a good hour, preferably 2 hours before I have to leave. So I was sat out my back garden this morning enjoying a pipe, and it was such a pleasure. I could hear the birds singing. The air was morning fresh.
As I watch the sun descending and the birds fly home to rest, in the hush when day is ending, that's the hour when I feel blessed. Smoking my pipe, smoking my pipe.
And the sun was on my back, but it wasn't overpowering. It was an early morning sun, but it was warm, it was pleasant. And that to me, I suppose, is my favourite pipe of the day. The first one, just after getting out of bed. Nice strong cup of coffee in hand and a pipe bowl in my hand and a pipe bowl in my mouth. Well, the bowl's not in my mouth, of course, the stem is, but you know what I mean. So how about it? How about some comments from you guys watching, telling me when is your favourite pipe of the day? Is it like me, first thing in the morning? Is it last thing at night? Is it in the middle of the day? Why is this your favourite time for pipe smoking? Mind you, I also enjoy these midday pipes when I've got a little break in work and I get to pull over in a lay-by. I get all over the country, so, you know, it's very rarely in the same place, but I get to pull over in a lay-by and I enjoy a pipe. I've just started reading The Lord of the Rings, because I've always been a voracious reader, but it occurred to me that although I'm familiar with The Lord of the Rings, Tolkien's masterpiece, who isn't, I'd never actually read the trilogy, the 3 books that make up The Lord of the Rings. That's discounting The Hobbit, of course. I did once start reading Fellowship of the Ring a long time ago. I want to say I was in my 20s. And I was very much enjoying it. I probably got a third of the way through the book. But something happened then. I was busy, whatever. And I put the book aside and I never got back to it. So I've decided now to start reading The Lord of the Rings. And I downloaded a copy for my Kindle Colorsoft. I do love the Kindle Colorsoft. And I've always got it with me. It's here with me in the car today. So I can, lovely device. I love this device. So I'm going to start reading The Lord of the Rings. Well, actually, I have started. I started this morning, just after having the morning pipe, which is the favourite pipe of the day that I'm talking to you about now. And I'm going to do a couple of posts as I go through the books. Perhaps I'll do 2 or 3 for Fellowship of the Ring, 2 or 3 for the Two Towers, and 2 or 3 for the Return of the King, because they are long books. Although they was never intended to be a trilogy of books. It was intended originally to be one book, but there's no way they could have published it like that. It'd be as heavy as this. So that should be interesting. Just to talk a little bit about the Lord of the Rings, Tolkien's masterpiece, and to see the differences between the book and the films. Now the films, especially the Peter Jackson films, I'm very familiar with them. I've watched them several times. I've watched both the standard cuts and the extended editions, which go on and on and on, but they never fail to entertain. But anyway, that I'm digressing now. It's the subject of this video is favourite pipe of the day. When is yours? And why? So, leave a comment and let's get some interaction going, YTPC. So anyway, that's all for now. So cheers, goodbye, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment and give me a big fat thumbs up, and as we will say, Yakida.